Wagwan, wagwan. Kish Yardy Gaming Nation, as the title says, we're going to be talking about black women who date interracially and the lies they tell on black men. We're going to go through it today because for 60 years, and 32 of those 60 years, we've heard black women get on various talk shows in the 80s and the 90s talking about how broadcasting how they want to date interracially. And the reason why they want to date interracially is because black men are either LGBT, black men are broke, black men are in jail, or black men go to jail, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that's why black women would say they're gonna date interracially. And rather than black women say, no, we just like white men. We're attracted to white men, and we think white men are better than black black rather than them in the 80s and the 90s. In the 80s and the 90s, they would say that black men are, like I said earlier, they would put down black men. Now that you have a passport bro movement, or black men are just dating interracially in the states or dating outside their race in the states, now what black women are saying is that you don't have to broadcast while you're dating interracially, and you don't have to tear down black women's image or put our image down for while you're dating interracially. But for the past 60 years, that's what black women have been doing. They have been putting down the black man image on why they're dating interracially, and they have been broadcasting that. And you know what's so unfortunate is that you cannot go into the archives to those old school records and find those talk shows that I grew up watching as a millennial. I grew up watching my mother watched them when I used to go to my babysitter. I used to watch those women there, watch those shows talking shit about black men or putting down black men. You can't find those clips. They were on YouTube um, in the 20 teens, in the 2010s, the 2012s, the 2013s. They were there. You can't find them today. And I think why they're doing that is so that black women can gaslight everybody to say that black men are stepping outside their race, and they're putting down black women, so that when we go back in time to show those videos of them doing it to us, we can't find those videos. So it's like they're trying to rewrite history, right? So let me fix up a couple of things here, and I'm going to show some clips. All right. Um, let me go into people and blogs. Hold on, I gotta edit my Okay, we good. We good. We good. We good. We good. We good. All right. So let's go to the first clip here. And I'm gonna show some positive things. All right. Uh, and it's always been the trope that there's no qualified black men. And I think black men does date the unqualified niggas on purpose so they can get that experience, so they can say there's no unqualified black men. All right. All right. Password bros. There was a clip here. Give me a second. Um, for the record, you black men that hate on other black men who are passport bros, you're very effeminate. Because when you have other black men judging other black men or complaining about other black men for going to other countries or going somewhere outside of America, that you know America has been programmed to hate the black man, and he's going to go into other spaces to find better quality of women, better quality of women, and you're hating on them, and then you're using the same female shaming tactics that black women use on black men. You're very effeminate. All right. That's part of the man codes. You don't critique another man for what he want to do or how you want to run his life. You don't see white men doing that to each other. You don't see white men critiquing other white men for being passport bros. You know why a white man can't say that to each other? Because they be hypocritical. The reason why we have in America is because um sorry, right? Um hold on, let me see something. Right? Because white men the reason why there's an America today is because white men sailed that big ocean blue in 1492. So white men are the ultimate passport bros. Second, if you look at the three P's of masculinity, that's how them passport bros are supposed to operate. Passport bros are supposed to operate on some protect, provide, and procreation, right? And if black men cannot find a suitable black woman or any suitable woman in the Western culture, he has a right to go find that suitable woman anywhere else on the planet, right? See, I'd expect women to shame black men, or a woman in general to shame men, or a black woman in general to shame black men. I understand that because that's what a woman does, right? Anytime a man is doing something she doesn't like or disagree with, she gonna shame him. I want to find this clip, bro. Oh, um, give me a second. Interracial dating. How can I find this clip? Oh, here we go. Let me go back to my live. Here we go. Issue is when you choose to date interracially. And here's the first lie. All right. Oh, shout out to Jay Z. Shout out to Jay Z and his family, bro. The issue is Jay-Z when you like choose to date interracially and feel the need to broadcast to the world why these different. Here's the first lie. Is when you The issue is when you choose to date interracially. No, she's gonna say when black men choose to date interracially, we glorify the interracial dating. Haven't black women been doing that? Black women been glorifying dating white men and dating outside their race or divesting. Let's go. And feel the need to broadcast to the world why these different races of women are better than black women. The desire or need to do that shows that there is some sort of deep-rooted disdain or resentment against black women. All I'm saying is just go in peace. Sayonara. See you next lifetime. My hypothesis is that a lot of black men are battling deep-rooted frustration with women. It could have been because of choices that their mother made. Maybe they're upset that they were rejected by black women who wanted the hood boogers, the Tyrones, the poop. Hold on. But if he has a deep-seated frustration with women, he wouldn't date any woman. He wouldn't even go overseas and date other women. And two, according to your logic right there about the hood boogers and the tire pookies or whatever the pookies. Well, yeah, if if the black men you say you don't want are dating women of other races or dating outside their race, those are the men you didn't choose from the beginning because you were dating the pookies or the ray rays or the hood boogers. And you ask black men, those same black men, so why you didn't date black women? And you say, well, black women didn't want me. You know, the type of man I had to be, I either had to be a gangbanger, a thug, a Tyrone. If I wasn't these things, I didn't have any game. I didn't have any swag. Right? That's one of the things y'all talk about Russell Wilson. He gained some swag because of how Sierra changed up his how he dresses. And by the way, swag. Every man has a swag, right? You have your own personal swag that a man is supposed to create and design for himself that he like and he cool with. Now you have a swag that society can set for you, meaning that society can say that according to this way, this is how a man is supposed to dress, this is how a man is supposed to speak, how to conduct himself. Like you have the Victorian age of gentlemen. That's a swag, right? Where society of the Victorian age defined man and how a man is supposed to operate in his masculinity. That's what you call societal swag. Then you have those men that go against that and say, "No, I'm gonna define how my swag is going to be." And how you define what I mean when I said is that you're defining what you wear, you're defining the things you like to do, you're defining how you want to dress, how you want to operate as a man, the type of car you like, the type of house you want to live in. Like that's what swag is. It's your own personal mindset, how it's your own personality. It's like it encompasses your identity basically, right? That's what swag is. So now, if black men are saying, well, if in order for black women in my culture to like me or accept me or find me socially acceptable, I had to either be the gangbanger, the Pookie or the Ray Ray, and this is the reason why I'm dating outside my race. That's a valid reason because now I'll bet any social scientist, you go back into the black community and you see what's going on, you're going to see the same thing. All right, so let's go ahead.
Piece of maybe they impregnated a woman who gives him baby mama drama. I think that a lot of men are battling this frustration.
So now he's saying, so now you're so hold on. If the men who are dating interracially, as you're claiming, was not accepted because the women of black culture were dating the Pookie Ravens and the thugs, how did he impregnate the woman to become a baby mama if she didn't accept him?
And deep down inside, they really might want to be with a black woman, but they feel the need to seek happiness in other places, and that makes them frustrated.
You do know that there are passport brothers that go to Africa, Jamaica, and the Caribbean and get black women, right? You do know that, right? There are more black men that are going overseas to date black women in Africa or South Africa or like Nigeria and the Caribbean and Jamaica. There are a lot of black men that have Jamaican women as wives and Trinidadian women as wives, but y'all don't put that out there. All right, so let's go. So let's debunk what she said. Right? She said that black men who are passport bros, they like to broadcast what they're doing. Okay. Let's see here. Let me find a clip that debunks what she said. Because there's a clip. All right, here we go.
A Hispanic, a white man. Y'all not the only option. I can go date an Indian, a Hispanic. Y'all be thinking y'all the only option.
Look, black women are threatened to divest. Look.
Baby, I can go date an Indian, a Hispanic, a white man. Y'all not the only options out here who think y'all doing well for yourself, and that's the problem.
You know what's the problem?
Y'all done put yourselves on a pedestal when it comes to black women. And y'all need to bring it on down because we have gotten to start dating outside our race. Okay.
Is that not black women broadcast? And look how she putting down black men. The previous clip previously. This one
is when you choose to date interracially and feel the need to broadcast to the world why these different races of women are better than black women.
All right, let's go back to this. Right? Notice? Look, see? Look at that, they're broadcasting. See? Shout out to Smooth. Shout out to Smooth. But listen to that first right in there. This is it. All right. Oh shit. I didn't share this tab. My bad. Look at this.
Hispanic, a white man. Y'all not the only options out here who think option. Baby, I can go date an Indian, a Hispanic, a white man. Y'all not the only options out here who think y'all doing well for yourself, and that's the problem.
You know what's the problem?
Y'all done put yourselves on a pedestal when it comes to black women. And y'all need to bring it on down because we have gotten to start dating outside our race. Okay, and finding a white man, you're not.
You know.
So I'm saying that's broadcasting. Let's go back to let's see here. Let's go back to what she's saying up here. All right.
Women. The desire or need to do that shows that there is some sort of deep-rooted disdain or resentment against black women. All I'm saying.
All right. Let's go up to here. Let's go up to this. This is an important clip.
What do tennis stars Serena Williams, Senator Kamala Harris, and businesswoman Melody Hobson all have in common? They're all married to white men, but black women are the least likely group of women to marry, especially outside of their own race.
Isn't this not broadcasting?
A professor at Northwestern University explores these relationships.
They have a book written. Black women and white men. They have a book written. Is this not broadcasting?
Book called Interracial Relationships Between Black Women and White Men. And joining us now is the author, Cheryl Giudice, who's also a sociologist and adjunct faculty member in Northwestern University's School of Education and Public Policy. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So why did you want to write this book?
I want to write this book, Brandis, because I know of so many women, Black women, who never had a romantic personal relationship, and I've always felt.
Mind you, they're not talking about how white women may have a deep-seated issue with themselves on why they don't want to date black men, or maybe they had a bad experience. They're not speaking it like that.
I'm very bad about that and sorry about that. And the reason for that, primarily, it's because they limited their search to African-American men. They never thought that any other men would be attracted to or by them. So they remained single.
You call this also a numbers issue. Why do you say that?
It's a numbers issue. There are far more black men than there are black women.
Hold on. She said this in 2019, right? Black demographics. Black demographics. First lie. There are at least 1 million more black women than black men. Population. He said that in 2019. Give me 1 second. Fertility. Okay. Oh, population. Do black women outnumber black men? Where have all the black men gone? Excuse me, let me shit. I just want some population numbers, bro. Outnumber black men. Hold on, let me go to perplexity. All right, look here. There are more black women than black men. Overall, according to the 2020 U.S. Census, there were around 24.7 million black women compared to 22.8 million black men. So that's 2 million more black women than black men. The gender imbalance is particularly pronounced among non-elderly, non-institutionalized black adults since 2000. There have been about 85 black men for every 100 black women in this demographic group. So that's the first lie. All right. Oh, shit. So I guess the institutionalized is the one that's in jail. So black women have more jobs in the labor force than white women. Oh shit. So that's the, I'm going to that. That's another video for another time. So that's the first lie. Black women actually outnumber black men.
And this starts
Remember
at
what she
age
said.
16. The same thing doesn't happen for whites to age. There are more black men than there are black women.
That's a lie.
And this starts
Just
at
showed
age
you.
16. The same thing doesn't happen for whites to age 32. So for a black woman to limit her dating options to African American men by themselves, she has a very good likelihood of remaining single.
What's happening to cause that gap at such a young age, at 16, for black women?
Well, right, it begins with some of the things that happen to young black men. They have higher mortality rates than other groups of men, incarceration rates, things along that line that make it likely that there are far fewer of them.
You document some of the reasons.
So I wonder why they have incarceration rates is an excuse for you to date outside your race.
reasons why Black women don't date outside of the race. What are some of those sociological reasons?
But based on the social, historical problems that this country has had, the historical relationships between some Black men, Black women, and white men, that's primarily what it is. It's long entrenched, something that's going to be very difficult to change.
You also talk about self-esteem, and you write a little bit about Black women being so-called less desirable. What is that?
Well, what it means is that really in this country, Western society values white women. They are at the top of the pinnacle in terms of beauty.
Yeah, Western society dominated by white men. And if the white man is on the top of the food chain, he's going to bring his white woman up there with him and make that the standard of beauty.
So a Black woman is not going to meet the same standards of beauty for as a white woman, because for the most part, Black women aren't blonde and blue-eyed or even very thin, and that tends to be the standard.
Your Black man could have been the standard of Western culture if you wasn't busy stabbing him in the back. A lot of those incarceration rates. Well, I don't want to say a lot. There's a good percentage of those incarceration rates of Black men going to jail because of child support, something that Black women put on them, right? Black men could have been on the level of white men, or rival white men, if Black women didn't wasn't weaponized, or you didn't allow yourself to be a weapon against your Black man.
That is most revered.
So why focus?
And why I'm saying that is because if you're being used as a weapon against Black men, every time Black men progress or something, and you're being used against them, that's a hindrance to him. Right?
And specifically on the relationships between Black women and white men, as opposed to Black women and any other race?
Because traditionally, Black women with white men is the least common relationship. So I was curious, so how is it that men that are at the top of the social hierarchy are getting involved with women that would be at the bottom of the social hierarchy? So that was one of the first reasons for looking at that. There are far more Black men married to white women than the reverse pattern. The other
far more. Let's look at that demographic. All right. Let's look at that demographic. Far more. You just said far more. So far more. They say far more. Marriage. Black marriage. Black men, 30%, 3%. Black men, 27% separated. Black married. All right, let's go here. Let's look at this. They said far more. She said far more. 8% of Black men are married to white. 4% are married to Hispanic. 3% are married to other. 3 plus 8 is 7. 7 plus 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15% out of the 85% is married outside the race. How is that far more? 85% have a Black wife, right? 4 plus 2, that's 6. 6 plus 1, that's 7. So 15 and 7, right? 15 minus 7. Give me a second. Let me get a calculator right quick. Eight. So 15 minus 7. So Black men date outside their race 8% more than Black women. All right. Let's go to Pew Research. And Black demographics, they're getting their stuff from, let me see this. History of Black marriage. Discover some sterling statistics that calculate marriage by race. They have found that African American aged 35 and older were more likely to be married than white Americans. from 1890 until sometime around 1960s. Not only did they swap places during the 60s, but in 1980, the number of never married African Americans began a staggering climb from the 10% to more than 25% by 2010, while the percentage of white women remained under 10%. And so you're saying that African Americans aged 35 or older were more likely to be married than white Americans from 1890 until sometime around the 1960s. All right, so let's go. And this is where they're getting. I want to see where they're getting. They're mm, mm. Oh, so black men are more likely to be married than white men. At this part, this is white men down here. It's up until 2010. Mm. And this is the war on drugs. Uh, where are the black men with jobs? So this is talking about the black men not working. Well, if black women are outnumbering black men, and now black men have to compete with black women, and a lot of these job places are getting incentives to hire more minority women, then of course black women are going to get more jobs than black men. All right. So we're going to go into that, all right? So, see, about 8% of married black women were married to a white woman in 2021. 4% were married to Hispanic women, right? So she said far more. Let's go to Pew Research. Pew Research. Search. On interracial marriages. Now the war on drugs. That set the black men back. Black men are twice as likely as black women to intermarry, right? Um, One of the most dramatic patterns occurs among black newlyweds. Black men are twice as likely black women to have a spouse of a different race or ethnicity. Now, the lie they're saying is that black men are dating white women twice as much. When they're dating, it didn't say dating white women is twice as much. It's saying dating outside their race twice as much. The lie that Dr. Umar Johnson says is that black men are dating outside their race twice as much as other groups of men at a higher rate. Now, this is the deep blue is the deep green is the men. The light blue is the women, or the light green is the women, right? So this is 21% of Asian men, 24%, 26% of Hispanics, and 12% of white. 12, 30, 38, right? That's 38. 59. So black men don't date outside their race more than each other man combined. So Dr. Umar Johnson lied. All right. But black women still, it's only a 12% difference. So this is according to Pew Research Center. All right. But Asian women date outside their race at a higher rate than every other man. And you know why this numbers highlight that? Is because the Asian population, let me look at the Asian population. Asian population in America. Population in America. Population in America. And that's how they play with numbers too. All right. We're going to look at the population. All right. The total of the Asian population in America is 7%. The total population. Population by race. Population by race. White population is 71% of the population. Latino population is 51%. Black share of the population remained constantly over the past 40 years. 55% of the African American population lives in the South. Other racial demographics include Asian, 3.8% of the population, including Native Hawaiians and Pacific Islanders. All right. Oh, here we go. 2021 estimates include separate category. White, 59.3. Hispanic, 18. Black, 12. Asian, 5. All right. What's the shit? The Chinese are not. Damn, let me see that. Because you know Genghis Khan, he was doing this thing. All right. This one says 60%, 18% Hispanic, blacks, Asian. So if you have the lowest population in Asian, and their women are dating outside their race of the higher population, of course it's going to be higher than the men. They're the lowest population. If you have black men dating outside their race of the highest thing, and you have other races that outnumber him, right? Because if black men, say black men are in New York, in up north, right? In places where you have, or the inner cities or spaces like that. Because I'm in New York City, and it's more integrated and more interracial and shit, right? Of course, he's going to encounter more black women because that's where more of those black races is more concentrated, either in the South or up north, right? But say he goes into deeper America, like say he moves out to Texas, or not even Texas or Arizona, or he goes up to the Midwest, deeper inside America where white people outnumber him. He's gonna more likely date a white person. Even out here in New York, right? Most black folks are concentrated in out here. I'm in Cambridge Heights, Queens, Brooklyn, Harlem, South Bronx, right? But even in Harlem and Manhattan, there's still certain places where the white folks outnumber the black population, black people in general. So all black guy got to do in Harlem, in Manhattan is go to either 42nd Street or go to approach women out on 42nd Street. If you go to Brooklyn, he could just go to Prospect Park. Or if you're in Manhattan, go to Central Park. If he out here in Queens, he could go out to Long Island or Elmont, where white women are going to outnumber him and black women. Let's look at the population of women by race. Population of women by race. Of women by race. Women by race. Oh my goodness. I'm about to look up the population in New York. All right. 18 to 44 was as follows. White, 72.5. Black, 15.2. American Indian, Alaskan, Native 1.4%. Asian Pacific Islander 7.5%. Hispanic 21.8%. Right? This is a big number. Let's look at the population. Let's look at the population of women by race in New York. New York. Oh my God. What the fuck is this shit, bro? Look at this. White, 51%. This is according to a 2020 KF estimated based on American Community Service. The distribution of women aged 18 to 64 in New York by race and ethnicity is as follows. White, 51%, black, 14%, Hispanic, 20%, Asian, 10%. So even out here in New York City, if black man is dating outside his race, he's going to more encounter white women more than black women. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm in Cambridge Heights, Queens, even where I'm at, right? All I gotta do is ride my bike up to Valley Stream. Ride my bike up into Valley Stream. Mind you, I'm by Merrick, Cambridge Heights, and Jamaica Avenue, where it's mainly a lot of black folks. All I gotta do is ride my bike up the Valley Stream, and I'm gonna instantly see more white women than black women. If I'm going to the Jamaica Avenue area, all I gotta do is ride my bike up to Hillside. Well, that's more Caribbean. But all I gotta do is ride my bike up to, let's say, from Jamaica Avenue, because Jamaica Avenue is more Pakistani. So even if black men were dating interracially, yeah, hey, even that, all black men gotta do, if I were to ride my bike going into 101st Avenue or going into Liberty Avenue or certain parts of Jamaica Avenue, I'm gonna run into more Latin and Caribbean. And there's a spot on Hillside called Little Guyana. When you walk around there, there's a lot of Asian, a lot of Mexican, a lot of Guyanese, a lot of Pakistanis out there, right? By me, Canberra Heights, all I gotta do is ride my bike up into Fresh Meadows or ride my bike up into Long Island or Elmont. It's gonna be more Latin and white women out there than black folks. Or go up to Valley Stream, right? But even according to this one, collectively, it's still 8%. Even if you go to Pew Research, black men dating outside their race twice as much as black women, right? Right here. And if it's 72% of white women, right? Of course, white men are going to be married more to black women. They're going to stick to their own race. They're a big enough population. They outnumber both Hispanic and black and Asian. So of course they're going to be married to each other more often, right? But with Hispanic women, they're going to be married outside their race because they have more. There's more white men to be married to outside their race. Same thing with Asian. You know what I'm saying? Hispanic is 18%. Asian is 7%. Let's go back to this population of women by race. Asian women are 10%. Hispanic women are 20%. Black women are 14%. I don't think this is what black women are upset about, though. Right? 10%, 20%, black 14%, white 50%. This is for women. This is in New York, right? Population of men by race of men. Let's look up the men. Men by race in New York City, right? Oh, white, non-Hispanic, 32. Black or African American, non-Hispanic, 21. Asian, 14. Other, right? White Hispanic, 6.3. What the hell is white? Oh, because they probably mixed. New York City population includes many in that group. So white, 31%. Hispanic, 28.9%. African American, 23.8%. Asian American. So there's more African American men in New York compared to shit. There's more African American men. I think for black women in that last thing it was man. Oh, you know what's the best thing to look up? This one. Oh, this is the best one to look up, right? So this is race. This is perplexity.com. Population of men by race in New York City. And it gives you the sources, right? White, 30%, Hispanic, 28%, black, 20.2%, Asian, 15%. Let's ask a follow up, right? Women. Of women. So we just talking about New York, my city alone, right? By race. This is men by race. African American men are 11.3%. Hold on, is this? It's the same shit. Did I put in total, New York City had a population of 8 million as of April 1st, 2020, with females making up 51.9% of the population. Let me see this. Okay. Okay, so it is different. With males making up 48.1% of the population. So let me see. Well, according to this, it's damn near the same. All right. Let's look up population by race. My whole point in this, right? If you have, this is not saying it right, bro. Oh, I see, because it's the follow up question of men by race in New York. All right, so that's the number. All right, let's put a new thread. Women, woman. Damn. All right, so race. So black or African American women, 21% of New York population. Asian, 14.4%. Of the Hispanic, oh, they put Hispanic as other. White, 6.3% of New York population. White non-Hispanic, oh, white non-Hispanic, 31%. Black or African American, 21%. Asian, 14%. Other, Hispanic, 14.2. White, 6.3. All right. This is, which one is this? According to 20% of the population of my race in New York State is as follows. White, non-Hispanic, 52.5%. Hispanic or Latino, 19.5%. Black or African American, 14%. Right. Asian, 9.6%. American, 0. Damn. Native Hawaiian, 1%. Right. In New York City, specifically, the population of women by race. So this is in New York City, like Brooklyn, like Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens. This is like the metropolitan area, right? White, 31.2%. Uh, Black African, 21%. Asian, 14%, 14.2%, etc. Right? Let's look up the men. New thread. Population of men by race. All right. City is white alone, 18. Black African, 11. Asian alone, 6.9. See what I'm saying? So there's a lower percentage of African American men as compared to okay, it's not gonna show as compared to race. So African American women, 21%. This is in the metropolitan area, the city. All right. Even if it's statewide, it's still 14%. Men by race, percent. And as I said in New York City, in Cambridge, Queensborough, I could just ride my bike up to Elmont, Fresh Meadows, or Valley Stream, and instantly I'm going to see more white women than black women. Right? Shit, you go up to Valley Stream, you go up to Walmart up there, that's what you're going to see. Well, I mean, let me think about that. Because if you go out to right where Costco is, I guess that's Five Town, right? You go up to Costco about Five Town, even though you're gonna see black folks in there, you can see a lot of white folks in there too. You're gonna see a lot of white folks, Asian folks, and Caribbean black folks in there. Over by Costco's, going by Five Town. But even in that area, right, it's still more white folks than black folks in that area, going up towards that area. Especially if you're going out towards Howard Beach. All right. All right, so let's go back to she's saying. Stat. Remember this stat right here. 85% of black men have a black wife. Remember this number. Remember? She said far more. Far more. 8. Only 8% is married to white women. 8%. So 8%, 4%. So that's one time more. Once more. One time more than black women. All right. According to this. See, this is just outside of the race. Right? We don't know how much percentage of this and this is being married to each other. I don't even think it says that. Let me see this. Hold on. Let me see if in here it says it. Uh, while there are no overall differences in interracial marriage among the restaurants with different gender patterns, black men are twice as likely as black women to have a spouse of a different race or ethnicity. 12% versus 12%. This gender gap has been a long-standing one. In 1980, 8% of recently married black men and 3% of their female counterparts were married to someone of different of race or ethnicity. The significant gender gap in intermarriage is apparently among Asian newlyweds, as well as the gap runs the opposite of the direction. Just over one third, 36% of Asian newlywed women have a spouse of a different race. ethnicity, while 21% of Asian newlywed men do. Um, See, it's not going into how much percentage of this is black men marrying to white women. It's just saying outside of his race. All right. It doesn't go into white women. Oh, this goes into college. All right. Let's go back up here. What do you mean? Why you didn't go into that topic? Right? If you want, so you want black women to date white women. I mean, you want black women to date white men. You want to go into that dynamic. But why you didn't go into black women dating Latin men who have similar struggles to black men? Latin men, and yeah, Latin men, they have similar fights in America, along with black men. So why you didn't want to go into that? Yeah, they do. You have a amongst the Latin community, you have a the darker skinned Latin folks beefing with the lighter skinned Latin folks. As a matter of fact, if a Latin daughter brings home a white man, is praised. You see what I'm saying? So they had the similar what you call self hate towards themselves because of the racial dynamic going on here in America. They've had the same racial struggles as black folks or similar. What I would like to ask her, what are those? You know why? Because those white men typically date younger women. Those white older men, they're going to date younger women. That's why it's easier. Yeah, because it's a lot of Gen Z. This was done. Remember, this was done in. Let me scroll down here. Yeah. Damn, why I can't scroll down. I think this was done in if you can see this date, the date this aired was on 7/04/7/19. Because for some reason I cannot scroll down here. All right, clip 4/17/19. Damn, why can I not shit. I can't come out of this. Damn. This this is from the Chicago Times. You can look this up. commit to her, you have to earn a commitment from a black man. How that dynamic goes, right? It's not that black men are not willing to commit. If you're telling black men that you have to pick carefully, you have to choose better, you have to you know, the type of woman you choose. It's always up to the black man choice. And I agree with that to an extent because it says in the Bible, he who finds a wife finds a good thing, right? And whenever time black men choose the wrong chick to be with in a long term relationship, um, we get all the blame, right? And we're told we're constantly shamed and bashed to pick better. And I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Pick better, choose better. So if you're a woman and you're not somebody that meet his criteria, meet what the criteria of what a good woman is to that black man, he's not going to pick you to be in a committed relationship with. And if black men telling you have to be A, B, C, and D, and you're not A, B, C, and D for him to pick to commit to you in a relationship with, he's not going to commit to you. So that's the other issue with black women. We tell y'all how y'all need to be in order to get a relationship out of us, but y'all do not listen. And why should black men choose to commit to somebody to commit to a woman that do not listen? You want commitment from a black man, but you're not willing to do the things necessary to earn that commitment from him. You do everything opposite of what that black man says he wants out of a black woman for him to commit to. And when you say commit to a black woman, what do you mean? Because if in a relationship dynamic, I'm the head of the household and I'm leading, and you're supposed to be submissive, are you going to commit to me by submitting to me? And if every chick that the black man is encountering out here in the black community amongst black women is nothing but three or fours, you know what I'm saying? What? Let me tell you something. For the black men out here dating black women, most of the women you encounter are three or fours or strikes. Most of them. Every black man come up here and say that. Can come out here and say that. So if we do encounter a black woman that says she want commitment, it's like we don't believe you because we've encountered 5 to 10 other women that said black women that said they wanted commitment, and come to find out they were three or fours. And then if we commit to the wrong chick, it's our fault. Nobody's questioning the woman to say, well, wait a minute, you lied to that man that you were somebody for him to commit to. That's why he picked you. You presenting yourself to be something you're not. Throughout the vetting process, throughout when he dated you, when he said, okay, cool, let's be in a girlfriend serious situation, you lied to him then. You presented something you were not. When he decided to put a ring on your finger and you presented to be something you were not then. So you lied to that man throughout the entire vetting process. Nobody looks at the woman and says, "No, you lied to that man." It's always the surface level of, "Oh, black man, you chose." Yeah, but he chose, but his choice, he didn't choose. But guess what? That woman had to choose him back. And the reason why he chose that woman because he told that woman, "This is what I'm looking for in a woman," and she presented that thing. Right? She had to choose him back. Meaning, if I told this woman, "Hey, I'm looking for A, B, C, and D type of woman," she chose to be A, B, C, and D. That's why he chose her because she chose to be what he told her to be. And then some part in the marriage, she chose to be E, F, and G. So, but anyway, Man, she said ordinary white dude. I want to know if that black boyfriend was ordinary. There are plenty of black men that want to commit to a black woman that are ordinary, but the ordinary black man is not enough for the ordinary black woman. The ordinary black man is not gangster or thug enough or swaggy enough. No, I'm not. Listen to me. I'm not against interracial relationship. Um, I think whether you're a black man or a black woman or any type of race, nationality, or creed you are, if you can find love and happiness with whatever other human being, because I think we're all just human beings, in my opinion. We're human beings. Yeah, do we have color? Do we see color? Do we see race? Do we see nationality? Obviously, it's there. But at the core of it, we're all human beings, and human beings deserve to find people that love each other, that they can be in a relationship with. So I'm not against interracialism, interracial dating. What I stand against is, especially in the black culture, is the lies and double standards, especially told on black men by black women. When black women try to tell lies as if black men have been putting down black women to date outside their race, when we have 60 years of black women going on Phil Donahue and different various talk shows on Oprah Winfrey, putting down black men and making lies about black men on why they pick choosing to date interracially. And you can even find clips of that today in modern times, right? A lot of lies that they're saying that black women are most race loyal because they are more ashamed to date within inside their race. That's not true. Black women have not been race loyal out of because they have the option to date outside their race, right? If white men were picking white to deal with black women more often, they would not be race loyal. I guarantee that 12% will be at 50% of will be as that 12% will be as high as the Asian women that date outside their race. If white men were checking for black women, right? Black women are race loyal as far as their options are gone. You know what I'm saying? What? That's the other myth. Let's go bust that lie. Let's go to perplexity. Um, Black men Google. When they say education, they're talking about bachelor's degree and all the other stuff. Uh, Black men's education versus. All right. No, I don't have an issue with black women having their degrees and getting education, but they're using that as an excuse of why they can't find a black man. Let me see something. It's right here. share this right here. Black women are more likely than men to earn degrees. Get you got see, black women are more likely than men to earn degrees. Black women get 64%. Bachelor's degrees, 71% of master's degrees, and 65% of doctoral, medical, and dental degrees. Okay. Um, by 2019, education atonement for all both whites and blacks increased, but disparities remain. Of all persons 25 and older earning bachelor's degrees or higher, 40.8% were white males, while only 28.4% were black males. Similarly, 49.2% were white females, while only 29.5% were black females. Now, black women are getting higher degrees than even white men, but they still choose to date white men, even though they get more degrees than white men. So if your standard is the reason why you want to date outside your race is because you're more educated than um, black men, you're more educated than white men too. Black women enter college at a higher rate than white, Hispanic, and black men. Black women enroll in college at a 40% higher rate compared to 37 for white men and 31% black women and 30% for Hispanic men. So you're more educated than white and Hispanic men too. You're more educated than white men. So you can't use that excuse that the reason why there's not enough gullible black men is because you're more educated than them. And the reason why you're dating outside your race is because uh, they may be more educated than black men. You're more educated than white men too. Yet you're gonna date them for that reason. Let's go. And mind you, you're putting down your black men. Or you're telling your honest reasons why you're dating outside your race. Just like black men say telling their honest reasons why they're dating outside their black race. But when black men say it, it's black men putting down black women. When it's black women saying it, it's honest. So you had two white husbands. So you couldn't find white men to commit to you either. So you found you an urban. So the first, hold on, let's go through that scenario again. So remember, they said by black educated them black men, right? If that's not if that's not putting down black men, I don't know what. Let me put versus white men education. White men. So this already shows how much more education they're getting than men. See, it says women are more likely than men, among black students in higher education. Women are more likely than men to earn degrees. All right. Let's put the white men. right? Compared to 36.1% of black women. That 50% point gap, the gap is even wider among white men. Have a college degree versus 26.5% of black men. So just a 10% difference in black men. 10%. All right. Black women enrolled in college at 48% rate compared to 37 for white men. So black women are more educated than white men than white men too. Right? Look at this. Right, and that's set in the road. Oh, Asian America's gonna beat that hand down. 39%. Right. All right. So let's go back to there. So I don't know, like that's still not an excuse. It's still not an excuse. If only 10% of black, if you're only 10% higher than black men when it comes to education or college degrees. If you put education and college degree, but if you're putting black men's education uh by a college degree, then that's a ridiculous standard. You know what I'm saying? Just because a nigga don't have a bachelor's degree don't mean he can't go out there hustle and make money in blue collar areas or get a trade skill or something. But y'all don't even want them niggas. Let's go. Oh, okay. Remember- Two white husbands. So the first white husband, according to her, he wasn't on the same social economical scale, meaning they weren't on the same money making scale, even though she didn't come from a lower income housing, but she didn't have the same type of money that first white husband had. But let's keep going. So you was with some redneck folks, some race redneck folks at that. You had a kid, so you was with a dumbass motherfucking white boy. Liberal and urban. So pretty liberal and urban. He was pretty liberal and urban. So remember that. Now, if Todd, the second husband, was from a liberal urban area, which means hood, and he had a preference for darker skinned women. That means that the black guys who he was with in that urban area also had a preference for darker skinned women. That's where. So now, a lot of white dudes who are live in the same urban area as black dudes are. That's what they call urban white dude, urban liberal white dude. They live in more hood areas where black guys are. Like out here in like out here you can say in New York you can say that's Canberra Heights, Queens, Merrick Boulevard, Jamaica Avenue, Brooklyn, Flatbush, where you have white dudes that are that are from the area, those urban areas, the hood, and they're around black people. They adapt to the black culture, and they date the black woman that's in that culture. And they're amongst black men that like darker skinned black women in that culture. That's up. See what I'm saying? She could have just said, "Yo, date, encourage black women to date outside your race. If that's what you want to do." All right, let's go over here. Let's go to black demographic. Income households, right? African American households. So this is the income. She just said that they talked about social economical, and they talked about black men not being eligible, and the numbers don't line up. Well, there are more black women than black men. We just showed that to you. I just showed that to you. All right. From ages 16 to 24, boys to men make 648. Girls 657. So it's not even that much lower. It's about the same amount of money. 25 to 54 years old, men are making more money at 1,000 from 25 to 54. Men are making over $1,000. Women 895. Men 55 on all the one over 1,000, $1,100 and 1,128. Women 925. The fuck you mean, right? Let's go down here. Single father 55. Single mother 41. Married couple 94. Medium household income 51. The fuck you mean? There's not a much credible black men. All right. Men working full time 50K. Women working full time 44K. Per capita, that's per individual, right? Right? What do you mean? Individual income, 50K, 44K. Right? Black household income, black black family, 64. Median income household, 51. Married couple, 94. Single woman head, 41. All right. Household with government cash assistance. That's the lowest. Household with SNAP food stamps, 26. Household with Social Security, 28. Households with retirement income, 39. Most of these is coming from women households. Government cash assistance, all these is from women. SNAP. Because black men don't get these. Right? Black men have to be either old, a veteran, or you either have to be old or retired. Right? Individual black income. Black men, black full-time workers, 50%. Women, 44%. Per capita, 39. So that's doing that. African American median income has increased since the greatest recession of 2008. However, the racial gap persists. African American were the least major racial ethnic group to start recovering from the recession. Another indication is the correlation between education and wages. In 2021, African Americans with no high school diploma earned just about $64 less per week than the median of all Americans with high school diploma. Or African without a diploma make 90 cents for every dollar for every dollar all Americans make. Black men with a bachelor's degree earn only 77 cents for every dollar all American men with a bachelor's degree make. Black women with a bachelor's degree earn 85 cents for every dollar that all American women with a bachelor's degree earn. Like 75 cents and 85%. 85 cents. Like, come on. Like, that's not much of a big pay, big separation. Black women make it sound as if like black men are at the bottom. Like, come on. Like 56, high school, no college degree, advanced degree. Uh, Black men, 75, 899, advanced degree. Hey, she said that there are not enough eligible black men because lack of education and lack of finance, right? Hold on. Let's go back to what she said. Let's go back to what she said and come back here. All right, here go the numbers to support it. Hold on, share this. My bad. Okay. Black men who have an associate degree, bachelor's degree, an advanced degree make more money than women who have that. This is from so black demographics is not pulled. They're not pulling shit out their ass. They're getting this from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. All right, black men with degrees, advanced degrees, right, are making more money than black women with advanced degrees or college degrees. African American income, middle class, working class. I want to focus on this, all right? All right. Oh, so let's go. Oh, let's look here. Let's look up here. Okay. Total men and women. So black women outnumber black men. In that video, she said that black men outnumber black women. All right. Black women outnumber for work full time year round. Oh, this is for working. How many black men and women are in the labor force? So black women are in the labor force more than black men. Work full time year round. Just about a million. Right. Part time less year round. No earnings year around. Okay. Let's look at this. Even though black women outnumber black men in the workforce, and let's see where they're getting it from. Demographics is getting this from the U.S. Census Bureau. Black demographics is not just pulling this out their ass. They're getting it from sources. Right? Even though black women outnumber black men in the labor force, black men are still making more money. Right? That from 65 to 99. Well, look at that. From 50K to 64K, more than that. From 40. So this part is the only this. So it's from this part, 40K to 50K. No, hold on. Let me see this. No, from 40K to 30K, black women make more. So from the poverty part right here, this is from the broke part. This to this to this to that. Black women are making more money than black men. As it goes up from 50K to 100K, black men are making more money than black women. So it's only the poverty people that black women are making more money than black men. As it goes up from 50K to 100K, black men are making more money than black women. All right. Let's see if I can find. That was income, population, employment. Let's see employment. Okay, African American employment, 66% employed. So this is for the men. 66% are employed. 70% of women are employed. I wonder what does the gray mean? Forces not in the labor force. So the gray is not in the labor force. That's 27%. Unemployed is 6%. Right. 66% are employed versus the 70% of women employed. All right. African American occupations. All right. Black. All right. Let's look at men. Management, financial operation, occupation. So of course, in that area, black women are going to outnumber black men in the more management occupations, business and financial occupation, computer engineering. Black men outnumber black women in that area. Right? When it comes to educational, community service, art, media occupations, black women outnumber black men in that. Healthcare, black women outnumber black men in that. Service healthcare, right? So this one, when it says food preparation, this one and that one, black men out or black women outnumber black men, but they're damn near even in this one, right? Black men outnumber black women in this one. Black women outnumber black men in this one. This is the service occupation, right? Sales and office occupation, black women outnumber black men in that one. Natural resources, construction and maintenance, black men outnumber black women in that one. Production, transportation, and material movement, black men outnumber black women in that one. So if you notice, all the jobs that like us, like service and healthcare practitioners, that's more suited for women, they're gonna outnumber black men in that one. The more harder jobs, black men outnumber the like the more service jobs, the more like jobs like this one and this one. right? So there are still credible black men. Now remember this one. Remember what was said about what black men are doing. My fault. Remember what this chick said. Where is she? Um, where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Remember what this chick said. Remember what she said? Is this the same? Look at this. Not this video doing this against black men. What she claimed black men are doing. Well, the last. Let me see this. This video right here. This is them doing this to against black men. The last clip, what that black chick was saying was accusing black men of doing to black women that dated outside their race. This video is exactly is exactly that. Black women are choosing to date outside their race interracially to date white men because they're saying that white men are a better option than black men. Right? Now let's see. No, I don't want to play that clip yet. Oh, why do black women date white? Sorry. What's this? $85% of black men have a black wife. Only 8% have dated a white chick. 4% date or married only 8% of black men married a white woman. 4% of black men married a Hispanic. 3% other. You already know what 3% other is. All right. Where's the clip? Where's the clip? Oh, here it is. What? What? Hold on. Loving versus Virginia. 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 All right. So he said black men who fought the Supreme Court for interracial dating show marriage. Oh, oh my goodness. Hold on. I want to look up what she's saying. I want to look up what she's saying. Man, I can't even read this. It's from the Washington Post. Before loving. Sylvester Davis. This is in Andrea Perez. Hold on. Let's go with this. Andrea Perez. Let me look at who this is. Andrea Perez. It's a damn nigga and a Mexican. Before I say it's a nigga and a Mexican, let me actually look up if this is a nigga with a Mexican. Hold on. Friday. Okay. The biggest one is loving. And Andrea Perez. Pass. Andrea Perez and Sylvester David Jr. met on the job. In the case of it happened in hold on, let me look at this one. What are you talking about? This is California eugenics pass. All right, this is the brother, this chick. All right. Wartime couple, like many wartime couples, Andrea Perez and Sylvester S. Davis met on a job. In their case, it happened in 1941 on the factory floor of Lockheed Aviation Burbank facility, a second generation Californian. Sylvester Davis traced his family roots and his Catholic religion to Louisiana, raised in a multi-ethnic Central Avenue district of Los Angeles. Davis attended racially mixed Catholic schools and worshiped at a racially mixed at St. Patrick's Church. So, similar to Loving, because we're gonna go through those cases. Similar to Loving, he was He was two raised in a multicultural mixed area or place, and you know how California is, all right. Although Davis recalled that in his neighborhood everything was mixed, there were few interracial marriages. Despite California's legal recognition of interracial marriages, they had been contracted elsewhere and the proximity of Mexico, where anyone could marry anyone. A graduate of Los Angeles City College, Davis was one of the first black men employed at Lockheed after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, long before President Roosevelt issued Executive Order 8802, which desegregated government employment in war industries. Andre Perez, oh, I gotta learn how to stop at periods, right? Andrea Perez was born in Texas, the second of 9 children of Serfina and Fermin Perez, who immigrated separately from central Mexico following the 1905 Mexican Revolution. So it was a brother and a Mexican. I still haven't found. So let's go here. Now, this is Loving, 19 years before the landmark case California legalized interracial marriage. Mildred and Richard Loving. On June 12, 1967, Love stood tall. Loving versus Virginia is a Supreme Court case that struck down anti-miscegenation laws in Virginia, effectively legalizing interracial marriages throughout the nation. The couple who brought the case, Richard and Mildred Loving, became symbols of marriage equality who are still celebrated today. But in the footnotes of Loving, a unanimous opinion from the court delivered by Chief Justice Warren, there was a reference to another case argued 19 years earlier. In 1948, Sylvester Davis and Andre Perez of Los Angeles, California, applied for a marriage license. Mind you, I just read you that this was a black brother that came from a mixed, multicultural area, and Andrea Perez was Mexican, right? Of Los Angeles, California, applied for a marriage license. They were denied. The county clerk, W.G. Sharp, refused to issue them a license, citing California Civil Code, which states all marriages of white persons with Negroes, Mongolians, members of the Mali race, or mulattoes are illegal and void. On the face of things, some may have questioned the denial as Sylvester Davis was African American and Andrea Perez was of Mexican descent. But under California law at the time, Mexicans were classified as white. Ooh, ooh. So, mind you, remember, white is not, it doesn't mean a race, it's a status. So just remember that. I'm not going to that now. So, even though she was Mexican, she was classified as white. She's of Mexican descent, but she was classified as white. So, Cynthia G cannot use that. Right? And they met each other at the church. Similar to how it's similar to how Loving it's similar to how Loving situation. Let's look up Loving situation. Huh? Richard, a white construction worker, and Mildred, a woman of mixed black and Native American ancestry, were longtime friends who had fallen in love in June 1958. They exchanged wedding vows. Let me see. Right. So I don't know what case Cynthia G is talking about. I don't know what I don't know what she was talking about. So let's go back to what she was talking about. The lie she was saying. That's a lie too. Loving versus Virginia proved that. That's a lie too. Black men are shamed into dating black women. We gonna go into that. Man, I'm not even gonna go there. Um, Access to a Mexican that was classified as white. All right, show you over here. Not gonna go read into this now, but y'all can go check this out. Sylvester Sylvester Davis and Andrea Perez. You can go check this out for yourselves. Okay, that was a year ago. This is 2021. 85% of black men have a black wife. Okay. But this is the chick there that wrote a book. This is the same chick that was in Chicago Times that I just played earlier. They wrote a book that black women should pick other black men because there's not any credible options. So it's ironic. Now she shifted. Now she switched it to a small percentage of black men that are married to black women. What dedication? 60 years of black women trashing black men on TV. That's dedication? I'm not gonna play this whole video. All right, so that's Cynthia G. All right, that's Cynthia G trashing black men while she's gonna date outside her to date white men. All right, let me go find another clip. Let me play. Ugh. All right. This is black women broadcasting them dating white men. Look at this rise of black women coupling with white men. All right. Hey, I'm gonna find that clip. Why didn't they play the rest of the clip? I remember seeing that TikTok video. Hold on. What was the name of that TikTok? What's that? Chrissy the Goat. Hold on. Chrissy. Chrissy the Goat. I'm gonna play the rest. I want to see if I can find that clip. Chrissy the Goat. Nah, this ain't it. Damn. I ain't gonna put what that chick up there look like. Chrissy the Goat. You know what bothers me is that you got guys who want to live a non-monogamous lifestyle, which I don't do your thing, live your life, right? Or polygamy, but they want to be in an American house, Western culture that's built a society off of polygamy, and tell the men or be upset if the men judge them for their polygamous behavior. If the majority of the men in Western culture built their house off of monogamy, you cannot be upset if they judge you for moving in a way that could go against the house. Chrissy the goat, Chrissy the goat, Chrissy, Chrissia, I.E. the oh, because the guess the what? All right, let me find the clip. If they didn't play that full clip, I remember that clip of Chrissia the goat. I don't know if she still even had that clip up there. Um, Videos. She probably don't have it up there still. Uh, Garcia the goat. Hold on. There it is. This is a this is her full clip, right? Uh-huh. Sounds good. Huh? What do you mean harder on them? What's that mean? What does that mean? What's harder on black men? What does that mean? Harder on black men, you don't let up. What does that mean? Oh, why do you think black men think that? Y'all get on this media and say, you don't date Dusties, you don't date Pookies. That's the same sentiment that Cynthia G say, right? In the black culture, black men, black women, y'all make it about that. If a black man can't take care of you, he ain't commit to you. If he ain't paying your bills, he ain't paying your car note, you ain't fucking with him. You know what's so funny? Hold on. Let's go back to this. You know what's so funny to me is that black women will point out the flaws of black men for the past 60 years. Now, since black men have gotten on the internet and YouTube and we're pointing out their flaws, now it's that we can't be pointing fingers at each other because we all have flaws. Now it's for some black women. When it was taking shots at black men, it was most or all of black men. I just show you clips where that chick in Chicago Times was telling you that there's not credible black men to be dating. You just saw Cynthia G take shots at black men. But when the shots were being thrown at black men, you applied them to most black men or all black men. How do you love somebody correctly? Like love is a feeling. Like sexual attraction is a feeling. Hold on. All right. Love is a feeling. Just like sexual attraction is a feeling. Like you can't measure it. It's not something you do. It's something that happens. You can't see love. You can feel it though. So how do you love somebody correctly? It's like saying love language. See, a language you can see it, you can speak it, right? But you see love, a Chinese person that's speaking Mandarin, she can love a black dude who speaks English, she can have that same love feeling for that black dude, but they speak totally different languages. So there's really no love language or loving somebody correctly because it's a feeling. Man, for 60 years, it was black women beating black men down. When black men defended, they was starting to defend themselves. Now it's beating each other down. And black men only been defending themselves on the internet for the last 8 years. All right, so let's go back to the video I was watching. Um, the rise of. Where was it? Shit. Where? Damn, I lost that damn clip. Oh, here it is. Racially loyal. I'm gonna show you how racially loyal they have been. Their racial loyalty is goes as far as their options. And the reason why they marry black men because they don't have any other options. I promise you, if white men and other groups of men started checking for black women, that dating, that 12% will raise higher than black men. It'd be at 50%. Second, if you're a lower population in a in America, white women outnumber black women. And white men and white women, their population, the white women population is close to the white man population. So they're gonna interact with each other more often than they do it with black women. No, no, it's not. Let me show you. Historically, this shit would happen. Black men would get flamed. Let me show you something. Where are all the Nation of Islam clips of when Mr. Farrakhan and the ministers would bash black men for dating outside their race? Where are those clips at? Um, look up Dr. Umar Johnson. Dr. Umar Johnson. For black men outside of YouTube, if you're in Harlem or any of those pro-black places and you bring a white chick up into that bitch, how would they look at you? Say you were dating my older brother had a white girlfriend. That was not received good. Well, when he did that, he's married to a Puerto Rican now, but that's more well received because in Brooklyn, it's more common for a Latin chick to be with a black guy, right? But in the pro-black spaces out here in New York, even outside the pro-black spaces, if you're a black guy and you were dating a white chick and you brought that white chick around your black family or any black space, you would be looked at crazy and you get judged harshly for that. Called sellout and all those things. Let me look at this one right here. Dr. Umar Johnson, how could you sit there and allow black men like that? Do you know how many black men out here in Cambridge Heights, Queens, in Merrick, in New York City, the mecca of pro-blackness, the mecca of Marcus Garvey out here in Harlem? I mean, black men are in the communities, in these communities, being role models to black men, to black little boys. And the clear example, Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle was trying to help niggas in the hood. Look at what happened to Nipsey Hussle. And these younger black men, they don't respect black male authority. They don't respect the black man that's a doctor, that's an engineer, that's a lawyer, that's a intelligent. Because in black culture, we deem those type of black men as lames and cornballs. Black women deem them as lame and cornballs, right? That's why a lot of those black men who are intelligent date outside their race or date white women outside their race. They were not accepted by their black culture or by black women of their culture or even by other black men of their culture. So why should black men who are not accepted by their culture stay in a community that don't accept them nor respect them? But there are still black men in these communities that you don't know about or haven't seen, especially out here in New York, that are role models. You have a lot of black martial artists, senseis, but um, black doctors in my area, Cambridge Heights, Queens. There's a plenty of black doctors all up across Linden Boulevard, Merrick Boulevard, Elmont, Brooklyn, pastors. Plenty of them around here that are role models for these kids to look up to. So that's a lie. Something you didn't talk about Dr. Umar Johnson. If you're ever in the Queens, New York area, go to Harlem, go to Brooklyn, go to Bronx. Plenty of black male managers, store owners. But again, the black culture does not respect black masculinity at all. It doesn't respect intellectual black men. Those black men are lames. Bullshit. There are the black doctor that I go to check on my heart. He's black. He has a black wife. I have another black doctor that does my overall checkups. He's black. He has a black wife and a black son. He's on Linden Boulevard. He works out in St. Albert. There's another black doctor that he helps me with my physical therapy. He has a black wife. Right? There are plenty of black doctors in my area in Cambridge Heights, Queens, that have a black wife that are in the community. So I don't know what Dr. Umar Johnson is talking about. He's lying. That's a fucking lie. I showed y'all that case, Loving versus Virginia. That was between a white man and a black woman. All right. He said that black men are marrying outside their race more than every other man put together. Hold on. I want to go back to his video. Dr. Umar Johnson's up there just lying. I don't hate Dr. Umar Johnson, but you're lying, bro. All right. Remember what he said. Um, where is that? Remember what he said. Put together. And then after that, he says marrying his oppressor daughter. So he's implying that black men are marrying white women. I have to keep showing these stats. He said put together, right? This is showcasing, all right, 34%. This is for black men, all right? So 21% Asian men, 26% Hispanic men, 12% white men. Let's go to a calculator right quick. All right, 12 plus 26 plus 21 equal 59. 59. So put together 12 plus 26 plus 21 is 59. 59 minus 24. So that's a lie told by Dr. Umar Johnson. Put together, every other man marries outside their race almost twice as much as more than twice as much as black men. 59 minus 24 is 35. So put together, every other man is marrying 35% more than black men outside their race. So Dr. Umar Johnson told a lie. Y'all could go do the math, right? This is what making it sound like he's saying. This is what making it sound like he's saying white women. And he's saying that black men are put no. If he's saying that black men put together are marrying outside their race more than any other man, when I just proved that that's a lie. But according to his argument, look what he says after that. Mind you, that case was overturned. Loving versus Virginia was overturned by a white man and a black woman wanting to get married, and they showed you that. Now, mind you, when it says black men are marrying outside their race, according to Pew Research, it's not saying only white women. It's just saying he's marrying outside of his race to other different women. According to black demographics, 8% of white women are getting married. 4% of Hispanic women are getting married. 3% of which are other, which includes Asian or whatsoever, are getting married. This put together is 15%. But he's not only getting married outside his race to white women. It's Mexican women or Asian women. Or I'm not Mexican, Latin women or Asian women. Right? That's what it is. He's saying that black men are in love with the oppressor's daughter. He's in love with the Mexican or the Latin and the Asian. And the white woman outnumbers the black man and the black woman and these other groups. Even out here in New York. I showed those statistics earlier. Let's go up here. What? What? Yeah, but if the white woman is used to marrying a rich white man or white men with money and power, why would she lower that standard and marry a black man with no money and power? If in her society, white men that they had to look up to have money and power, of course she's gonna date a black man that got money and power. That's how she been dating in her community. What? What? That's insane. I just showed y'all a clip where it's saying that black men are not as shamed as the black woman for marrying outside their race when we are. Look at what Dr. Umar Johnson is saying. So if the black men are the guys or the first man, that means the reason why she want to date the nigga is because he better than the white man. So according to your logic, she want to date the original nigga. She want to date the original nigga, the liquid gold. The liquid gold, that's what she want to date. The white woman want to date the black man because he the original nigga. He the liquid gold. She feel he better than the white man. So why would she date something broke? A broke ass nigga. If he the original, that mean if he liquid gold, that mean he not broke. You know they don't do that to white men who date Asian dudes. Jesus Christ. That's so when uh we gonna go through it today. A black woman was so race loyal. When black men tell black women we like natural black women and to fix your attitude and to be more submissive, you know what they would do? Do exactly that if the black women were race loyal. All right. If black women were race loyal, they wouldn't they wouldn't accuse black men for not living up to his enemy standards. Let's see, where's that clip again? So I just showed y'all that. Um, hold on, King Kong consciousness. I'll go here. Remember, black men were getting shamed for dating younger women too. And first of all, ain't nobody holding black women hostage to black men. Like, if you want to go do that, then by all means, go date, go date outside your race. Ain't nobody holding your hostage to us. If anything, black men are held hostage to the black culture. Dr. Johnson just did it. Black men are held hostage to black culture, to a culture that does not respect him. Um, where is this? I forgot the clip I was just playing. I heard this. I adjusted those stats. And every time those black men did it, just like how Dr. Umar Johnson shamed them, black women were shaming them in the same way. Black women say, "Ain't your mama black?" Every time black men say, "Yo," even when black men would date a black woman that's submissive, like with Simone Biles, they'll say that black they would say that black man tell that black man shame that black man for picking a pick me or weak. They say that black woman is weak, but whenever a black man would date outside their race, like to a white woman or something like that, the first shaming tactic black women will use, "Ain't your mama black?" I just show y'all the stats where black men with advanced degrees are making more money than black women. There are even the stats that show on average black men are making 50K, so they're making more money than black women. So that got debunked already. Hold on. All right, I'm back. But that's for black men. This I made that argument a bit earlier. That's what a lot of black men who date outside their race. That's what they found themselves into spaces with predominantly white women, even in New York. All right, hold on one second. Um, all right, so um, I just show y'all the stats where on average black men make more money than black women, and black men are working, especially when they hit 50 and the K above. They're making more money than black women. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of these things are based off of lies. Just say you don't want to date black, and they're saying the reason why they're dating outside their race is because black men are not available. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's looking at black women and saying, maybe you are something's wrong with your psychology. Dr. Umar Johnson is not up there bashing them or giving them the same judgment as he just did with black men. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's the case Dr. Umar Johnson was talking about. Look at all them racist devils up there. Probably some Democrats and damn. So then what would you push to date them today? I need to go watch that movie. Are you serious? You're a light skinned chick. If you were with a dark skinned brother, they'd hate you in the black culture, man. You know this. If you were a light skinned chick and you were dating a dark skinned brother, Dr. Umar Johnson would call you a colorist. Black dark skinned black woman will call you a colorist and say that you have light skin or biracial privilege. I just showed you a clip of Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm gonna show you some more clips of Dr. Umar Johnson. That's not as harsh as how black men have gotten it. All right. So let me. So that's that video. All right. These are a lot of these is lies. Let me say this again. If this light skinned sister right here were to be dating a dark skinned brother or even a brother of my complexion, black women in black culture would call that black man a colorist and say to her that you have light skin and biracial privilege. Do you have whole videos of this where they will on Phil Donahue show where and I might show that clip on here where if a black man were dating a light skinned chick, they'd say that was something wrong with it. So it's two things with black men. There's something psychologically wrong with a black man for dating a light skinned chick, and there's something psychologically wrong for black men dating a white chick. I want y'all to get that and get that. And I'm gonna play a clip from Dr. Umar Johnson. He said that. I might not have to even go to um Phil Donahue. Phil Donahue. Like I can't believe you can't find those clips. Phil Donahue on black men dating light skin. Uh, oh, I might find it. Oh, found it. Nah, I want. So let's go play that. Uh, hold on. I'm gonna be right for back for a moment. Uh, all right. So let's go back and look at the face of that. Yeah. Hold on. Give me 1 second, folks. I gotta go help somebody with something. Give me a moment. Black went to go get something to eat. Now, face, light skin. All right, look at that. Her face. Let's go back downhill.
Play the video. And we won't play it all. It's just so much is happening, but we'll play most of it.
Shit. Black men couldn't even be. This is Phil Donahue. Black men couldn't even be attracted to light skinned black women. Watch this. Watch this. She's light skinned. So back then, black men dating light skinned women, light skinned black women, was an issue too. There was something wrong with his psychology then too. But you light skinned with long hair. If you take off that ponytail or that bun, that one white woman shake her head. Phil Donahue. Bitch, you're still light skinned. So black men, no matter who we date, black men get it. If we're not dating a dark skinned chick, it could be a light skinned dude. If he don't date a dark skinned chick, something wrong with him. So this is just one of the shaming tactics. All right, so we're gonna skip this. Oh shit, my bad. This is what I was talking about. She's light skinned. a black man dating another black woman, even though she's a black woman, but if he's dating a light skinned black woman, it's like him dating a white woman. Listen to that logic. So when black men light skinned chick, like the light skinned chick in that previous video, that's a problem. They're taking this from one guy. Have you dated multiple black men that said that? This is one dude. See, the thing is, with anecdotal experience that's subjective or relative to that person, you can't prove it's wrong or right. You can't even argue that because it's their own personal experience. Now you have to get somebody up there with their own personal experience to combat that, and you'd have to use the in general consensus of that culture to might combat that. But in general, when it comes to somebody's experience relative or subjective to them, you can't really argue it because relative to them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm explaining that. So in black culture, light skinned women, um, they get harassed and beat up by the dark skinned chicks. Light skinned women end up having to tone themselves down to be ratchet like the dark skinned chicks to fit in. Now, colorism is something projected by black women, by their black grandma or their black auntie, or the black matriarchs in the family. Black men don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if black men do that, it's because they're raised by their mother, and their mother programmed that nonsense into their brain. You know what I'm saying? This is why fathers are important in that house. So a lot of this colorism shit is being taught by black women. Light skinned black women versus the dark skinned black women. So and I grew up seeing that. Even my mother, she's light skinned. She'd be considered a hyena. She told me of stories where where situations like that would happen to her. And she's Caribbean. She's Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you know what's so funny? My mother told me a story about how one of my aunties, um, there was a situation between my aunt and her sister. And it was because of my mother's light skin. The thing is, my auntie is just as light, almost as light skinned as my mother. They damn near the same complexion. But my mother, because of my mother's light skin, she was deemed as more beautiful than my aunt. And my aunt got jealous of that. But they're the same light skin complexion. So it didn't make any sense to me. You're still light skinned. No, it's not depending on how he see it. It's, you're light skinned. Objectively, you would be light skinned. Right? You'd be in the lighter skin. Somebody may be more lighter skinned than you, but you'd still be light skinned. But anyway, um, let's go away from this. Let's see. Let me play this clip. We're gonna go through it today. All right. Hold on. That's a. Oh, there it is.
The Dusties are in.
Chuck?
These divested women, I don't know if y'all know about divestors. They say some of the most horrendous things about. I've seen these divested women. I don't know if y'all know about divestors. They say some of the most horrendous things about black men in pursuit of white men. Don't get with no black man. Get you a white man. They dusty. They deserve to die. I could let y'all listen to a clubhouse group chat. I've seen these.
Now remember, I'm gonna go to a clip I played earlier. Remember this clip. Don't forget this clip, right?
Because of the choices that their mother made. Is when you choose to date interracially and feel the need to broadcast to the world why these different races of women are better than black women. The desire or need to do that shows that there is some sort of deep-rooted disdain or resentment against black women. All I'm saying is just go in peace. Sayonara.
Remember this.
See you next lifetime. My hypothesis is that a lot of black men are battling deep-rooted frustration.
No, you know why she's saying that? Say I go to Burger King, and the only option I have to go, or the option I believe to go out, is go to a Burger King. Every time I go to Burger King, the bathroom is nasty. The customer service sucks. It's always, better yet, the McDonald's on Jamaica Avenue. Remember, if any are from New York, you go to the McDonald's on Jamaica Avenue. Remember how nasty that place used to be, right? Every time you go to the McDonald's on Jamaica Avenue, you believe that's the only place you have to go. The bathroom is nasty. The customer service sucks. Every time you go on there, the school kids is cussing, and this is a drama. And then one day you decide, you know what? Oh, every time you go on there, you say, man, can I get some better customer service? The customer service cuss your ass out and all that good stuff. You decide, you know what? I'm going to go to the McDonald's in Green Acres Mall, Valley Stream. You go over to that, man. You go to that McDonald's out there. It's clean environment. Security's up there, so everybody's not cussing each other out. It's a clean environment. And one day somebody asks you, you know, which has a better McDonald's? And you say, well, you know, the McDonald's up at Valley Stream, it's a much better place. And they say to you, well, why? Well, because the McDonald's I went to on Jamaica Avenue, it was nasty. The bathroom was terrible. The customer service was trash. Every time I asked for better customer service when I went to go order my food, the cashier would cuss me out, would be rude and nasty to me. So that's basically what black. So that's why black women don't want y'all to talk about them, explain your experiences with them, because now it makes them look bad, right? And it forces them to have to step up their game. Because you know what I've noticed about the McDonald's that's there on Jamaica Avenue now? They've cleaned their stuff up. You see what I'm saying? That McDonald's that's been there on Jamaica Avenue, they've got cleaner and better. So And if black women plan on dating outside their race, and but as smart as white men are, if they're seeing that your men are leaving your group of women, they're not going to date that woman. If your own group of men are leaving you to go date outside their race or go date interracially. Hold on. All right, I'm back. So you know what I'm saying. So black women don't want the black men to say, "Well, I had bad customer service over there." Because there's a thing if you go into New York or any food place across America, and their place or establishment is going to be inspected, and you put a B or a C, ain't nobody going to shop there if they have a C or B rating. So black women don't want that C or B rating because they want other groups of men to date them. They want white men to date them, right? And instead of black women stepping up their rating for black men, they will be able to date outside their race to other men. But they don't do that. The only time they'll step up their rating is when they're dating white men, but they don't step up their rating when they're dating black men.
Frustration with women. It could have been because of the choices that their mother made. Maybe they're upset that they were rejected by black women who wanted the hood boogers, the Tyrones, the Pookies of the world.
So remember this clip. Remember this clip. And you see a lot of black men making this same dumbass argument. Black men that are from the culture know the culture. Want black men to ignore and be hubris about what's going on. Where's the clip that I had?
Black men, these divested. I've seen these divested women. I don't know if y'all know about divestors. They say some of the most horrendous things about black men in pursuit of white men. Don't get with no black men. Get you a white man. They dusty. They deserve to die. I could let y'all listen to a clubhouse group chat with nothing but black women talking about their appreciation for white men and black men should die. I'm gonna play it for y'all. But
There's no turning back because these dusties are dusty. They just belong in a coffin. They just belong.
Person talking that has a white dude. So I have to shout out a white dude that has her in a relationship. You allow that black woman to talk about black men like that, and you're cool with that?
In a coffin. I agree.
Ladies, I'm so happy that we loving white men because they are the most sweetest, wonderful men. And you know what's so sad? Our mothers should have left the black men a long time ago.
I feel safe now that the dusties are in the gulags. When I look at the title, white men are better for black women.
I feel like they're upset more so because black men, they do it the most.
Black men don't do they keep throwing that out there like we stupid. Let me play this clip.
I do believe that some divestors are anti-black, but I believe even more divestors are anti-awareness, which means that they refuse to look within, but instead pointing fingers and shifting blame to other people based off of their own decision making. And this goes for both men and women. If you are choosing to disassociate yourself from an entire group of people, which you are a part of their community, but you do no inner work, you are not aware at the fact that you are selfish, that you are self-centered.
See, remember I made a video and I said one talking point, two purposes can mean the same. Intentions can mean different. When the Pro Bros first started, they wasn't saying shit about black women. They were saying, hey, look, we couldn't find Western women in America was bad. This is our solution to it. They wasn't even talking about black women. Black women were complaining about passport bros or those brothers that were passport bros. Right?
That you are entitled, that you have no boundaries, that you are passive, that you are a people pleaser.
Right. Um, let's see what
I
she's.
do not feel bad for this woman at all. This is a woman who seeks validation from her partner. And you know it's true because every time she said something and he disagreed with it, she immediately changed her answer.
No, hold on. Childish Gambino, this right here.
And when men of other communities proudly exalt their women and proudly fawn over them, Black men pedestalize women who present the least Black as possible or who aren't even
What?
Black at all. Black men demand that you, Black women, be down for your people and to support the Black man, to not leave the Black man behind just because you got an education or got a good job and made it on your own, only for them to do that very thing to you. All that riding and dying you did for them to ultimately reject you anyway. It's okay to admit that you feel betrayed. It's the truth. The revolution was televised and you were kicked out of the
What? What kind of gaslighting are we talking about here? See, now Black women are taking on the judgment against Black men for dating outside their race. I just showed you Dr. Umar Johnson doing that. Dr. Umar Johnson is a culmination of judgment against Black men. See, Black women are swapping it now. Prior to the Black manosphere, or the manosphere in general, or especially the Black manosphere, Black men coming on the internet, Black women were dating outside their race, unbothered. And every time Black men judged dated outside their race, they were held to a race loyal standard. They were held to or being shamed dating in their own kind.
out of the frame. But I want you to understand that this public disrespect of Black women, this smudging out of dark-skinned, unambiguously Black women and girls by our own men is centuries old. And it may not have started with your permission, but it continues with your consent. It was Black women's unwavering support for these men that built their careers, that made them rich. And year after year, they did.
What career did Black women help build Black men with? If y'all say y'all don't want to do 50-50 with a nigga. Y'all keep saying y'all don't want to help build no man. He too broke. He too weak. You want to date outside your race. So what career did you help build the Black man, and what was your support?
Projects that showed you that you are not the prize. You are the mule that gets them there. But you supported those projects anyway. It would be unfair for me to lay all of this at the feet of Black women, especially for those of you who naively believe it's all men and they paid you dust. But it's what happens when your absolute loyalty comes at a price of nothing.
Wow. The gaslight and the lies. Now, see, if you see what they're doing is a lot of the Black men in Gen X, because there's a small percentage, and even the Black men in the millennial generation, well, like millennials like me, right? We're speaking up and we're talking up. Gen X is there and they're speaking up and talking up. The Bloomer men, they're speaking and they're talking up. But then you have Gen Z and Gen Alpha, that by the time I'm 40 and 50, they're going to be 32. So they're putting out the narrative now because it's going to dictate for the future. See what I'm saying? So see now, before Black men were able to defend themselves with the Black Manosphere, shout out to Tommy Sotomayor, shout out to the Angry Man, shout out to those folks. If they didn't come out and speak, Black women's narrative against Black men would have stuck. But now that Black men are fighting back and standing up and exposing the flaws of Black women, now Black women have to rewrite the narrative, have to come up with their own narrative. So now they're taking on narratives that was against Black men, like the narrative of being race loyal, the narrative of being held to staying stuck to their women or staying stuck to the Black community. That was attached to Black men. But Black women are attaching that to themselves, stealing that, attaching it to Black men, or attaching it to themselves. So now they want to paint the narrative for the future. See what I'm saying? For the Gen Z and Gen Alpha when they become 20 and 30. And that's why black men cannot take themselves out the gender war. If they take themselves out the gender war, black women are not going to stop. They're going to keep pushing their narratives. What's this? What? Look at this. Don't submit to the kings of no kingdom. Men dominate other men to feel powerful because black men can't do that. They resort to trying to dominate women. What? Again, I keep telling you, this culture of provider role, and black men have to be making a certain type of this and that. It's black women holding black men up to his enemy standards. Listen at this. Black men try to compete with black women because they compete with men of other races. This is also why they're obsessed with the concept of submission, because they don't dominate over anything in society. Are you do you so what was the Black Panthers? What was Marcus Garvey? What was the Nation of Islam? What was all these what was the civil rights movement? What were all these other black organizations that dared to fight back against racist oppression? Do you know you have black men during the 1500s that had slave revolts against this racist system? You have black men who were bounty hunters that would catch white men and carry them to court. You had black men that were bounty hunters. So what is she talking about? And two, it's the way how you hear black women talk. Black women are more educated than black men. Black men are making more money than black women are making more money than black men. Black women are owning more homes than black men. Black women are have more businesses than black men. That sounds like black women trying to compete with black men. What are you talking about? So that's crazy. Nobody makes it more about race than black women. Jeez. I wish I had those videos. Man, you want you want black women to support black men. Go protest the government to stop child support. How about that? All right. So, and every mammal in the jungle, every mammal, even in the jungle or even amongst animals, the male dominates the female. Matter of fact, amongst lions, for as fierce and ferocious as y'all want to make the female lion out, she's not going to pick a male lion that's afraid to dominate her. As a matter of fact, if a female go makes a male lion flinch, she gonna deem him as weak. So even female lions are not gonna pick a weak male lion that's afraid to dominate. Same thing goes for the elephant. The female elephant is gonna pick the most dominant male elephant. So even in nature shows you the female is gonna pick the most dominant motherfucker that's there amongst mammals. All right, so So y'all heard this. Y'all heard this, right? Oh no, that's not this. I don't think this is this.
I do believe that some divestors are anti-black, but I believe even more divestors are anti-awareness, which means that they refuse to look within, but instead pointing fingers, shifting blame to other people based off of their own decision making. And this goes for both men and women. If you are choosing to disassociate yourself from an entire group of people, which you are a part of their community, but you do
I want to play this right here. Look at the bullshit she's saying. This is titled "Explains Why Black Women Have Longer Relationships with White Men." Yeah. All right. I'm gonna do this last clip because I gotta go do something. I might come. I'm gonna come back at 6 p.m. though. Look at this. A Barbie life. This is this chick, I guess. Explains why black women have longer relationships with white men. Let me look at this. So a mother going to work, coming home, and cooking and cleaning for you. That's a bad. That's you being soft on your son. That's a good mother right there. A lot of black men don't have mothers like that. I have a mother like that. Fortunately for me, but my mother she went to work, came back, cooked and cleaned. So fortunately, me, I had the mother, but I also had the father in my life too. See, before my father and my mother, they were married when they had me. Then they got divorced. So I still have my father in my life. But my mother, she went to work, came back home, cooked and cleaned. That did not make me soft. Because as a man, I still had to go out there and survive New York City. Grew up in the environment. Remember, I'm from East New York, Brooklyn. Right? So being a good woman is being soft on your son. A lot of black men didn't go. A lot of black men that I was raised with, they didn't have that luxury that I had. And even with my mother, she was not soft on me at all. Even to this day, my mother ain't soft on me at all. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cussing, a lot of, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go into that right now. But now being a good woman, something that a lot of black men in the black community, especially in these low income housing, is something is seen as being soft on a black man. And why? And if that's something, in that is something that's true. You tend to look, because that's why the reason why there needs to be a father in the household, so that the female child and the male child know what a man is, know what a father is that protects, provides, and all the other stuff. They also need to know what the woman is that cooks, clean, is submissive to that man and respects that man's authority, and is a good nurturer to those children. Right? The female child, she's gonna get that. Okay, this is the type of man I should date, marry, and get into a relationship with. The male child is gonna look at that nurturing, submissive mother and say, okay, my mother wasn't disrespectful to my dad, and my dad loved my mother. So this is how I'm going to treat women, and this is the type of woman I should be in a relationship with. That relationship I should be in with. If a lot of black men had that type of woman that went home, cooked, clean, went to work, came home, cooked and clean, a lot of black men would pick better women, better black women. And I've always been taught that that mother is God in the eyes of the child. I was also taught from the Nation of Islam that uh, the standards raised no higher than the woman. That type of woman that this woman that type of mother that this woman describes is not in most Black American children's household. Not even in most Caribbean Black households. Most Caribbean Black households, that single mother is very loud and abusive and don't even cook and clean. She don't even give a fuck about that male kid. That's why a lot of these black men go pick the type of bad black woman they pick. So now, because you as a good single mother who's doing this for your son, you're setting a standard for how a woman should be for him to go pick and be in a relationship with. That's bad. Yeah. If you normally seek your parents, yes, ain't been black men ain't been the reason the same thing they use against us when we date outside our race is that ain't your mama black? Right? When you date outside your race and you date a white man, I mean, my fault. If you're a black man and you're dating a white woman outside your race, they tell you ain't your mama black because they want you to date, they want you to date somebody that's similar to your mother. Now it's a problem if you request a black woman to be like your mother now. What is a strong black woman mean? What? So how was my mom going to work and be able to come home and cook and clean? How was she able to tap into her femininity? Because she wasn't just raising male children; she was raising female children. So how come y'all didn't take that? How did not y'all learn that from y'all single mothers? Yeah, but that's how every mammal, even in nature, is. Lions are like that. Silverback gorillas are like that. Genghis Khan was like that. Asian men are like that. White men are like that. Why white men go date Asian women because Asian women are more submissive. White men feel as if Asian women are more submissive than white women. But in the beginning, you just said that the reason why black men are seeking a woman like his mother, that's feminine like his mother, is because she came home cook and clean. But now you're saying that the reason why he don't like it anymore is because the mother was masculine. Which one is it? According to the three P's of the according to the three P's of masculinity, the provider role, right? The man is known, how men have been programmed from the beginning of time is to be able to make more money and protect their woman. And the average black man is making more money than the average black woman. I showed you those statistics already. The average black man is making 50K. The average black woman is making 40K. You loving your black man and respecting your black man and not trying to compete with your black man, and you being submissive got nothing to fucking do with race. Mexican men don't make as much money than black men, yet their women can submit to them and be respectful to them. It's Asian women and Asian men that are at top of the food chain. Hold on. That's ridiculous. An alpha with an alpha? What? Two bulls cannot run in the same pen. If it's two alphas in the same pen, they're gonna fight. Those two alphas are gonna fight each other, right? So what she's basically saying is that a black woman don't want to be submissive to a black man, and how she's saying how she believes getting in a relationship with a white man is just gonna be two alphas. White men are not gonna do that. That's probably why white men are not dating y'all. But watch this. Why are white men date Asian women? I have to go do this quick, and then I gotta go help somebody with something. Watch this. Post-colonial and modern minority femininity may attract some white men. To Asian and Asian American women, men see this femininity as a perfect marital dynamic. Some white men racialize Asian women as good wives or model minorities because of how Asian women are stereotyped as being particularly feminine or feminine. So the reason why white men date Asian women is because of their feminine, not because they're alpha, like that black chick just said. Now let me get some black women that contradict that what that black chick just said, whatever her name Barbie is. I'm gonna do a part 2 to this. I have to go do something and help somebody out, and I'm gonna come back and do a part 2 to this, right? Live. But anyway, this is Kiss Shawty Gamer Nation. Shout out to everybody. Like, share, subscribe, and support the channel.